Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Franchise Academy. My name is Tom Scarda. Thanks for listening in. This is everything that you want to know about franchising. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything that you need to know if you're thinking about buying a franchise. And this is just a great spot to stop every once in a while to learn about what's going on in the industry, what's good, what's bad, what's real, what's not. And we help with everything. I'm a franchise consultant by day, and I guess a podcaster by night is one way to say it. And I help people figure out franchising. I match people with opportunities based on skills, personality, goals, kind of like the eHarmony of business is what I like to call it. And I've been doing it for 17 years now. Prior to that, I owned and operated my own franchises. I had great success with the smoothie franchise. My second franchise was a make and take where you make meals at our location, and it was a miserable failure where I lost a ton of money. And that's what made me a franchise expert. And so I have a lot to share in that realm. I don't know if we'll talk too much about that today because we have Buzz Brands with us today. And Buzz is a parent company that owns 3 different franchise concepts that are all hugely successful and really successful coming out of the pandemic. So today I have with us the Vice President of Franchise Development, Chris Davenport from Buzz Brands. Chris has an awesome career in franchising. 12 years, he was with Mathnasium. He was with Gym Guys. Chris's fifth franchise system is represented in his career with a strong focus on home services now and child-facing services in franchise systems, which I love. Chris is excited to continue his line of franchise systems and help Buzz Brands and the family of Buzz Brands continue their growing and thriving trajectory. It's really exciting, and I'm really honored to have Chris on board here. So, Chris, welcome to the Franchise Academy.
Tom, thank you. Excited to be here. Appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Buzz has a lot going on here. Quick history. I knew Buzz when they were just one concept called Mosquito Joe, which is a mosquito elimination franchise. Kevin Wilson there, who is a great leader, sold that and then started helping the masses. He brought Chris on to really help develop and help a lot of people understand what franchising could do for them. Chris, again, tell us a little bit about Buzz Brands and from your perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, Tom. So as you stated, Kevin Wilson started the brand back 2012, I believe it was, if I got my dates correct, with Mosquito Joe. Had the foresight to see an industry niche that was needed there. Fast forward 2000 and I believe it's 16 perhaps, we started Buzz Franchise Brands. He shortly sold Mosquito Joe to Neighborly. And that's when he launched Buzz Franchise Brands with the 3 brands we currently have today, British Swim School, Pool Scouts, and Home Clean Heroes. All home service-based companies. Kind of the mantra behind Buzz Franchise Brands is to create brands that get people talking. There's a unique niche need in the home services division, offering a level of professionalism and approach to these industries that Buzz tends to fit very nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pool Scouts, they clean your pool. And British Swim Schools is a fantastic company, which has been around for many years, that teaches mostly children how to swim, but in third-party pools, which is very interesting.
Right.
Home Clean Heroes is a different twist on cleaning. So tell us about Home Clean Heroes. What is, because it's new to me, I have to say. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Home Clean Heroes is an emerging brand in the home cleaning space. It is the only mission-based home cleaning franchise opportunity out there in the market space today. We have partners with the Heroes First Foundation to support our local first responders and the heroes in those markets that our franchisees operate in. So every time a franchisee goes out and does a residential clean, there's a portion of that clean that is donated back to the Heroes First Children's Foundation, and a portion is also donated by Buzz Franchise Brands as support to our franchise partners. So we give $1 per clean to that organization. And just this month, we passed $10,000 this year alone that we have been able to give back to that foundation. So it's really a fantastic cleaning opportunity for those that are local heroes in their community, veterans, first responders, nurses, doctors, et cetera, that are looking to do something to give back to the communities that they're a part of. and want to be part of something really special. It's kind of changing the way that we approach home cleaning in today's markets.
That's so awesome. And coincidentally, it fits in with the mission of the Franchise Academy. If you are a veteran, and even a first responder, and you're listening to this podcast, if you email me at tom@thefranchiseacademy.com, I will gladly be honored to send you a copy of Franchise Savvy, my #1 bestseller book on my franchise experience and all the good experience I had, and some of the, or I should say all of the mistakes I made. So you could avoid those mistakes when picking a franchise. So again, Tom, not to promote myself, but you just said this and it rang a bell for me. So thank you for all that you guys do for the veterans and the first responders. So who is your best franchise owner? Who are you looking for? Is it somebody that has to really love cleaning toilets? Because that's probably what they're doing, right?
Yeah, a very good question. Not as a franchise owner. In fact, we encourage our franchise owners, yes, during training and ramp up, you're going to want to be out in the field, learn exactly what your teams are doing. But primarily, you're going to be focused on the development and management of the brand itself as a franchisee. You're not going to be the ones out cleaning. You're going to hire teams of individuals, typically teams of 2 that roll around in our bright yellow vehicles, fully branded with Home Clean Heroes, to our clients' homes. So as a franchise partner, your job is to continued sale and promotion of your local franchise offering, management of your cleaning staff, and management of the services offered to your clients. Then, of course, ensuring the clients are satisfied with the services provided, ensuring that you're maintaining that client for a long period of time, getting that referral business line of lead generation going for the franchise.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be like that guy, but there's like 1,000 cleaning franchises out there.
Uh-huh.
Why pick Home Clean Heroes?
Great question, and a common one that we hear a lot. It's really about giving back to the local community. When you look at what is out there today, there's some pretty stark differences in the brand approach and the messaging, things of that nature. One of the big differences you'll notice here at Home Clean Heroes is that we don't call ourselves maids in any way, shape, or form. That is not what we are. We are heroes here to help local community heroes. Now, that has been redefined by the pandemic to include anybody that looks at themselves as a community involved hero, right? And so for us, we like to say that our cleaners wear capes and not aprons, right? They like to go out, be heroes in the community, give back to that local community, looking to build a nice pandemic proof business that can have recurring revenue streams in it, all while making good in their local community through that partnership with the Heroes First Foundation.
That's fantastic. So as a franchise owner of a Home Clean Hero, do I have to be concerned about like staffing and employees and things like that? Does the brand help the parent company with hiring and screening people?
Really great question. As you're probably aware, for those listeners that may not be, there is this fun thing called joint employer laws, in which we cannot directly help them hire and manage the employees and staff in their franchises, but we do provide a severe level of guidance and oversight in our training programs. We also help them by providing access to Career Plug, which is a fantastic tool that a lot of franchise systems use to go out and post on the various job boards, gives you one centralized management program. In fact, as part of our summer savings event, we're covering the cost for 1 year of Career Plug Pro for 1 year for our new franchise partners that join us before Labor Day. So time's kind of ticking down on that special, but we do go to extreme lengths to make sure that our franchisees are prepared, knowledgeable, and have access to the best tools available to go out and find the staff that they need. And then, of course, ongoing training and management training with our franchisees to ensure that they can manage their staff effectively, efficiently, and try to maintain that employee. Employee turnover is a big problem for almost everybody in the space today. We're trying to help mitigate that as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, employee turnover for everybody, even if you're like Apple or Microsoft or whatever, is still having that kind of issue. But this is a brand that is relatively inexpensive to start. And so with the great resignation that some people have read about, where people are leaving their jobs, many people are turning to franchises like this, or really all the buzz brands, because you could get into it, for a nominal fee. It could be financed. So there's a lot of good, it's a good exit strategy out of employment. I always say you should always think about going from signing the back of the check to signing the front of the check, because there's a lot more advantages to that.
Absolutely. And you're spot on, Tom. This is a fantastic opportunity for those looking to maybe diversify their overall portfolio, run something where they can hire a manager and have that manager manage the business. We're fully built for semi-absentee approaches. You mentioned across all three of our brands, in fact, we are considered low investment franchise opportunities. Home Clean Heroes, you're looking at a total between $76,000 to $100,000. British Swim School is 93 to 125, and Pool Scouts is 70 to $88,000. So all of those can be done 150,000 or less, really allowing folks to consider this as either a side semi-absentee investment or second career opportunity, as you stated, jumping full in as an owner operator, managing the business on a day in and day out basis. Fantastic fit for both.
Is there financing available for somebody that's coming in?
We work with third-party financiers. We don't directly offer outside financing through the franchisor itself, but we do have fantastic relationships with Benetrends, Guidance Financial, and a few others out there.
Yeah, sure. Fran Fun. There's a whole bunch out there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And all they do all day long is finance new startup franchises. So they could get you a loan as long as you have around a 700 credit score and a little bit of collateral. I think you need to get a good loan. You mentioned joint employer. Since you said it, I feel like we have to explain it. Do you want to explain it, or should I?
Happy to do so. Joint employer basically means that the franchisor and the franchisee are not co-employers of the franchisee staff. Franchisee has total autonomy as to who they hire, manage, and ultimately remove in and out of their own franchise units. We are responsible for the education of our franchise partners, ensuring they've got the tools to go out and seek those employees, manage them effectively and appropriately, offering them HR tools and resources. But we can't dictate who they maintain on their staff directly, unless it's, of course, a manager who's representing the brand as a full-time salaried employee that could do reparable harm to the franchise brand overall. At that point, we do have some steps that we can take if that's a need, but knock on wood, we never have to go down that route.
Yeah. And so this was a thing that came about a few years ago through what they call the government decided to get into some overreach, and there was lawsuits saying that like McDonald's corporate was responsible for the franchise owners' employees, and they didn't even know like their social security number or their name. There's no contact at all. So it was just really a crazy overreach, but we could do a whole podcast just about that. So we'll leave it at that for now, but I just want to explain what that joint employment is, and have people understand that a franchise, although they help you with every single aspect of your business, they need to have like a barrier, so they don't get in trouble with the government as a joint employer.
Absolutely.
That's what that's all about. But on to happier stuff. The brand is growing. I was at a conference recently where Buzz Brands was presenting, and you have a lot of great things going on. What is another reason why someone should consider like a Home Clean Hero business?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In the new era of work from home, semi work from home, with kids running around and busy jobs and busy lives, I don't think there's anybody on the planet that truly enjoys cleaning their home. And so one of the advantages to this is that it's an ever-growing market opportunity for a franchise partner. Because of our low investment, that allows for more market capital to go out to the franchise startup, giving you a better chance to ramp up the business on a quicker scale. This is a very well year-rounded recurring revenue model. Vast majority of our clients will sign up for recurring services. That could be a clean every other week, maybe every week, depending on the family. And that can turn into a lot of very good business for our franchise partners. And of course, as heroes that come in and clean the home, there are some very big differences. We use all all environmentally friendly products. We are certified as an eco cleaning company. So that is a big advantage. We don't use harmful chemicals in the home or around the space. We've got standard protocols so that we're not intermixing towels. So the towel that's cleaning your bathroom is not going to clean your kitchen as well. So we ensure that sanitariness. But probably the biggest difference, Tom, is that comparative to a lot of our competitors who would do what's called rotational or spot cleans on a regular recurring basis. They may clean your floorboards one day, they may clean your blinds the next time. We do a full top-down clean every single time. being a true hero to our customers across the board. So we're going to clean your baseboards. We're going to clean your fans, your blinds, your toilets, your kitchens every single time we visit the home. And then we're going to have a little bit of fun in where we position and how we position our thank you cards on each visit. Our clients tend to really enjoy that connectivity with the cleaning crew that comes in and sort of the uniqueness that they put on the spin of just saying thank you.
Oh, that's fun. That is fun. I love that. Is there certain areas in the country where you're looking for franchisees specifically?
Great question. The advantage of being an emerging brand is that we've got a lot of white space. And so with the Home Clean Heroes brand in particular, we've got availability in almost every major market out there. The highest concentration right now happens to be in the Southeast. We're based in Virginia Beach, Virginia, for our headquarters of Buzz Franchise Brands. So naturally, some of the growth has occurred directly out from there in the Florida, Virginia, Georgia markets. But really, anywhere that we've got a robust market, we're looking for new franchise partners in.
So if I'm somebody who's looking for a franchise and I happen to love this particular space, but I also found another franchise that's just a single unit and doesn't have a parent company like Buzz Brands, what does Buzz do for me? Like, why should I care that there's a parent company?
Yeah, and thank you for asking. So one of the advantages of joining an umbrella company like Buzz Franchise Brands is that there's a shared services team. Buzz has got a 25-person shared service team that works at the corporate office in support of all of our individual franchise partners that are out there, regardless of the brand that they're with. This includes a very robust team on our marketing side, in the ad creation for our franchise partners, digital creation, video creation, and so forth. On the operations side, we're able to share and leverage best practices and knowledge and know-how from some of our sister brands you see behind me, so that we can ensure that all of our franchise partners, regardless of what line of brand that they're with, have access to the best possible practices out in the field available. Because all of our brands play in the home services space, there's a lot of shared similarities that can be there. So we're able to leverage that and scale that for our franchise partners on a local level, really giving them an upper advantage that they won't find as an independent or as a one-off franchise brand.
So is it possible for me as somebody buying a franchise to own more than one Buzz brand?
Absolutely. In fact, we're just starting to get to the point where a lot of our franchisees are looking at that diversification aspect. There's some that make a lot of sense, right? I mean, as a British Swim School franchise partner, you're already in and around pools on a regular basis. Adding a Pool Scouts franchise concept makes a lot of sense to that because now you're going to be cleaning, maintaining, and possibly even cleaning and maintaining the pools that you're operating your British Swim School out of. So there's a lot of similarities there. Now that you're in the home with either one of those two brands, whether it's through teaching the kids or the parents how to swim, or it's through cleaning the in-ground pool at their home, you now have it into the access to the home. So it's very easy to translate that into a customer for Home Clean Heroes. And we're starting to see some of our franchisees step into that diversification mix, which I'm very excited about. I really think that that's going to be a very strong future for Buzz Franchise Brands overall. And as we continue to grow, our franchisees are going to continue to grow and prosper as well.
No question about it. And as an aside, I had a multi-unit, multi-concept franchise owner from Buzz Brands on the podcast a few weeks ago. So if you're listening, go back and listen and look up Nora Farhat, who was with me just a few weeks ago. And she's a lady who owns, I believe, a British Swim School, a Pool Scouts, and a Mathnasium.
That's correct. Ironically, I met Nora when I was back at Mathnasium years ago, so I've known her for a long time. She's absolutely fantastic franchise partner. We're excited to have her as part of the Buzz team. She's doing some very, very good things in her franchise locations, and expect to hear a lot out of Nora in the coming years. She's going to be a rock star with us.
Yeah, no question about it. I see her everywhere on social media now, and she's getting a lot of PR.
Hard not to.
Yeah, I mean, she's so smart and just really early on saw how to leverage a customer you already have with another brand, like you just explained. It's a brilliant way to do business. And more than that, what I love are the brands in any franchise concept that are not sexy brands. And that kind of speaks to that, because you'll find that the less sexy a business is, typically the more money it makes, the less competition it has, and also the more recession resistant it is as well in a lot of cases. So that's exciting. But if you could share with me a myth that you would like to bust about franchising?
Oh, there's so many of them. Where do you start? I think if I was to say one, and you kind of hit the nail on the head, Tom. It's the less sexy businesses, right? A lot of your home services businesses are not the flashy food concept that's out there, and they're not the new hot gym concept that everybody under the sun is going after. And they've got all the big names in the industry after, like you see it at F45, for example. But the margins that can be made in the home services space, and the residual recurring revenue streams you can have with one single client, can really set the bar completely different than you'll see in a food concept where there's a lot of unknowns, right? And there's a lot of overhead, a lot of spoilage, waste in your inventories. You don't have that in a home services industry. Luckily, chemicals tend to never go bad, and so that loss of inventory, for example, that a lot of folks look at these hot concepts with. There's a lot that they need to think through with these hot fad concepts. Whereas things that are very stable, very mature, that are in the home are never going away. And as you stated, they're very recession resistant. There's new kids born every day. Every child needs to learn how to swim in their lifespan. So as the population continues to grow, businesses can continue to boom.
Yeah, no question about it. I love that concept. And it's so inexpensive because you're operating in third-party pools, meaning the pool at the hotel or the pool at the Y, and you're conducting
That's right.
classes there. So the
That's
overhead.
right. With British Swim School, yeah, we were able to leverage, national partnerships, 24-hour fitness and LA Fitness. So if they've got a pool in a certain area and market space you're looking in, that's a fantastic opportunity. We can leverage that national partnership. But really what sets British Swim School apart amongst the numerous items is that we do leverage third-party assets that already exist. And that could be in a Hilton Marriott hotel. It's got an in-ground heated pool that maybe is just sitting there. There are hoteliers not able to monetize that asset. We can step in, rent some of that. So hoteliers making a little bit of money on an asset that's sitting there, just being a cog on their costs. We're able to operate a very nice, profitable pool in a safe environment that families and children feel safe to be in.
So, Chris, you've been in this position for many years. What piece of advice would you give to somebody that is thinking about a franchise right now, but they're on the fence? Maybe it's like, oh, the recession or the this or the that or whatever. What advice would you give to somebody?
There will never be that perfect time, Tom. I hear it. I've heard it for a lot of years, over a decade of selling. I've heard people always looking for that perfect time where they've got the liquidity, they've got the net worth, the market's in the right space, the franchise territory is there, the opportunity's there, and the market's all there, and all the buzz around the market's there. That never exists. My advice to folks is if you're considering a franchise, do your diligence, but dive in, get in head first, go all in with it, but follow the system. Systems were built for a reason. Oftentimes I hear folks that stray away from the system. And my first thought is, if there was a better way, don't you think the franchise system might be doing it already that way? And so, take our advice, take the system's advice, know that we've done our research and data collection to figure out the best way possible. And we listen to our franchisees on a regular basis. So franchisees that are looking to get in, my advice, take the leap and just jump in with all feet.
Right. Do your due diligence, like you said, know what you're getting into, eyes wide open, and then focus on the role of the franchise owner, not the end product. For the most part, the end product doesn't really matter as much, as long as it's a stable business that makes sense. But it's really the role that you're really getting into, the role of the franchise owner. Like we said earlier, British swim schools, you're not really teaching the kids how to swim. You're going to be hiring people to do that. And that goes across all the brands. You're the CEO and the CFO. You're not the quote unquote technician.
Exactly. So, with our Pool Scouts franchise concept, unless we've got an active owner operator, the likelihood that you're going to be out there balancing the chemicals and actually scrubbing the side of the pool is pretty small. You're going to be hiring a team that's going to go out and do that for you. It's kind of an exciting hands-on type of a franchise opportunity because there is some chemistry behind it. So if you're like me and you like to blow your eyebrows off when you were a kid, you get to play with some fun things that are there. You're outside, you're enjoying the fresh air, and you're helping customers enjoy their summer, enjoy their asset at their home. Again, giving back to that local community just through the services you're providing.
Yeah, love that. Well, Chris, I want to thank you for being on the Franchise Academy. You have so much knowledge and wisdom here to share, and I appreciate you your candor and everything that you taught us here today.
Absolutely, Tom. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having us on. We're excited. For any of you listeners that are interested, feel free to reach out to us. My email is cdavenport, my first initial last name, at Buzz Franchise Brands. Love to chat with you.
Absolutely. And that'll all be on the franchiseacademy.com. So check that out. All of Chris's information and information about the various companies. So check that out, the franchiseacademy.com. And thanks for listening in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks again, Tom.